How many of you have ever felt like you were carrying a heavy weight, something you couldn't share with anyone, a struggle you thought you had to face alone? We all experience challenges in life. It's part of being human. But too often, when we're struggling, we hesitate to reach out for help. We worry about what others will think, or we tell ourselves we should be able to handle it on our own. But what if I told you that the strongest thing you could ever do is ask for help? So, what exactly is this stigma we're talking about? Stigma is a negative perception, a judgment, a mark that society places on certain experiences, and in this case, on needing or seeking help. It's that little voice in your head that whispers, "You're weak. You should be able to manage this. Don't let anyone see you struggle." Where does this voice come from? Well, our society often values independence and self-reliance. We're taught to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and to be strong. While those are admirable qualities, they can also create a culture where admitting you need help is seen as a flaw, a failure. We've built a world where vulnerability is often mistaken for weakness. And let's be honest, sometimes it comes from past experiences. Maybe you've reached out before and been dismissed, ridiculed, or told to just get over it. Those experiences can make it incredibly difficult to ask for help again. But what are the real consequences of this stigma? What happens when people are afraid to reach out? The impact is devastating. The stigma prevents people from getting the help they desperately need. It leads to feelings of shame, isolation, and hopelessness. It can delay recovery from mental health challenges or worsen existing problems. The sooner we address these issues, the easier they are to manage. Ignoring them is like letting a small fire burn out of control. It only gets harder to extinguish. But here's the good news. We can challenge this stigma. We can rewrite the narrative and create a world where seeking help is seen as the courageous act that it truly is. How do we do that? First, we need to reframe the way we think about help. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of self-awareness and a commitment to growth. It takes strength to acknowledge you need support, to be vulnerable and to say, "I'm not okay and I need help." Second, educate yourself. Learn more about mental health and well-being. Understand that mental health challenges are common and treatable. Knowledge is power, and there are many excellent resources available online, even for free. Third, challenge your own beliefs. Question those negative thoughts you have about seeking help. Are they really true? Or are they just the product of societal stigma? Fourth, talk openly. Share your experiences with trusted friends, family members, or support groups. You'll be surprised how many people have gone through similar challenges and are willing to offer support. And finally, be supportive of others. If you know someone who is struggling, reach out and offer a listening ear. Let them know that you're there for them without judgment. Sometimes just knowing that someone cares can make all the difference. Here are 2 examples of how reaching out for help truly changed a life. Take Alex, a young person struggling with anxiety. For a long time, he felt ashamed and thought he had to face it alone. But when he finally opened up to a friend, he was encouraged to try therapy. There, he learned practical coping skills and slowly built the confidence to manage his anxiety. Today, Alex is thriving, all because he found the courage to reach out. Then there's Carlos, a father of 2 and a project manager. After his team went through layoffs, panic attacks began to overwhelm him. Pride told him to keep silent, but love for his children pushed him to act. With his wife's support, he connected with an employee assistance therapist. Now, he's not only managing his anxiety, but coaching his son's soccer team, no longer letting panic dictate his life. These stories remind us that recovery is possible, and that seeking help can make a real difference. These people are stronger because they asked for help, not in spite of it. So, what's the key message? Yes, stigma around seeking help exists, but it can be overcome. Each honest conversation, each shared story, each act of courage chips away at it. In the end, choosing to seek support is less about weakness and more about honoring your own worth and finding the quiet strength that was always there.